Thank you very much, and welcome to Always Funny in Vegas. I'm your host, Ed Regine, and we got an amazing show lined up for you today. Two outstanding comedians you're going to meet in a little while. But I got to tell you something. The other night, I was watching this old Tarzan movie. Anybody ever see the old Tarzan movie? Exactly, right? And I'm looking at it, and then I wanted to know something. I'm like, how did Tarzan know how to shave? You think about that. He's raised in the jungle by apes, and everyone, Buster Crabbe, Johnny Weissmuller, Gordon Scott, all clean shaven, not even a 5 o'clock shadow. And their hair, perfect. There's got to be a group of supercuts somewhere deep in the jungle that we don't know about. It makes me think of things, you know, like I want to know why, or at what point does mist become drizzle? Does anybody know that? You could be with your friend. Hey, man, come on, let's go. It's just misting. I don't know. That could be drizzle. We better bring an umbrella. I have no idea the difference between mist and drizzle. Here's another thing I want to know. Why we have to use the word nook and cranny together all the time. Right? We never use them alone. You never see a guy say, well, I checked all the crannies. Well, go back and look in the nooks. It's unbelievable. And I was thinking about this. Why is it when sheep get wet, they don't shrink? I mean, think about that. You get caught in the rain wearing a woolen sweater. By the time you get home, it's a dickie. Somewhere there's a flock of tiny sheep. And what else was I thinking? Oh, I want to know, like, where is your fancy? And why do people keep trying to tickle mine? Leave my fancy alone. I had one guy try to tickle my fancy. He missed and got my yin-yang. Not good. Not good. And there's another one. Why does a baseball manager wear a uniform? What's the chances he's going to get in the game? I watch football all the time. I never see the coach with a helmet, shoulder pads, in a three-point stance. Not going to happen. Oh, what else has got me going? Oh, here's what I want to know. What is malarkey? And how do you know when you're full of it? Someone told me I was full of malarkey. I don't know. How do you know? What, does it leak out somewhere? You'd be like, oh, man, I'm full of malarkey. And here's something else that's bugging me. Bologna is spelled B-O-L-O-G-N-A. But they say bologna. Lasagna is L-A-S-G-N-A, something like that. So wouldn't lasagna be Lasoni? Or Bologna? Let's get together, folks. And one more thing before I go is, I wonder if a ring announcer, boxing ring announcer, like if he's at a party and he's introducing a friend, and standing there in the corner is my friend Bob. He's wearing the blue suit with the red tie. Let's hear it for Bob Jones. Anyways, those are some of the things that go through my mind when I have nothing else to do. So we're going to have a great show. We have two great comedians coming out. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. And I can't wait to get them out here and get started. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere, because we're always funny in Vegas. Yeah! And welcome back to Always Funny in Vegas. I'm your host, Ed Regine. Yes, we have an amazing show lined up for you. And it's my honor to bring out this first guy, very funny guy. He works all over Las Vegas. In fact, recently he was at the Laugh Factory. He's all over the place. He does Jimmy Kimmel's Room. He's everywhere, but we got him here today. Very funny guy. You're going to love him. Please welcome, with a big round of applause, a very funny guy, Mr. Keith Lyle, right here.
Thank you. Have fun, buddy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ed. I just took my wife out for a date night recently down to this place downtown called the Heart Attack Grill. Yeah. I don't know if you've been there. We actually saw a guy having a heart attack. Oh, I looked at her and said, how about tomorrow night we go to BJ's Pizzeria? Yeah. Take a minute for some of you. It's been a while. And most of the guys, they want to go there as well. Now, my parents, they just celebrated 55 years married together. Yeah, 55 years. Yeah. And if you ask my mom, she'll tell you, our secret is we never go to sleep mad at each other. They've been awake since 1982. They stare at each other like a couple of those people on drugs waiting for you to throw out your cigarette butt in the street. It's insane. And, don't get me wrong. I love my parents. They made me what I am today, a mental patient. No, I'm serious. I've seen my parents having sex. I'll never go to that website again. I knew some of you looked familiar. Yeah, my daddy used to spank me a lot when I was a kid, which, they did in those days. It's fine. I just don't like the lie he'd tell me right before he'd do it. He'd say, "This is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you." It's total nonsense because one of us is doing just fine. The other one is right here bitching about it. Now my dad doesn't remember anything right. He's getting a little senile. He said, "You told me when you got older you'd buy me a house." "No, Dad." I said, "When you get old, I'm putting you in a home." He's like 79 years old, almost 80 years old, and he's still working 40 hours a week, which sounds great, but he's got some health issues. And I'm like, "Dad, you got to stop. You're going to drop dead. Why can't you just retire already?" And he said, "Well, when your mother and I first got married, we made a couple of bad financial decisions we were never able to get over." I said, "Really? Dad, what was that?" He said, "You and your brother." A couple of weeks ago, my dad came down to the comedy club and saw my act for the first time. And after the show, he came up to me and said, "I don't like when you tell those jokes about me." And I said, "Dad, telling those jokes hurt me a lot more than it hurts you." All right, that's my time. I'm Keith Lyle. Thank you very much.
Lyle, ladies and
Thank
gentlemen.
you.
Keith Lyle. Unbelievable. Keith Lyle, stay over here.
All right.
Keith Lyle, one more time. Thank you. Keith Lyle. And don't go anywhere. We're going to go away for a minute, but we'll be right back. So we got more comedy, more fun, more show. Don't move. Always Funny in Vegas. We'll be right back. Yes. Good job. And welcome back to Always Funny in Vegas. Keith Lyle is here. Keith, great job. That was so funny, man.
Thank you, Ed. My
Although
pleasure.
I think your dad is kind of a cranky guy.
He is. He is.
So tell me now, you did the Laugh Factory not long
Yeah,
ago. You've
yeah.
been working all over Vegas.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Oh, I love it. Vegas, I moved here 30 years ago. It's been very good to me. My wife grew up here. My in-laws moved here in like 1960.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've been here a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So you know your way around. When I'm with you, I don't need a GPS.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I also found out that you were a dealer
Yeah.
in the casinos.
Yes, I worked as a casino dealer for like almost 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
What you dealt?
Yeah, I dealt craps, blackjack, roulette. I had to quit because the corporations came in and they were driving me nuts.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah, they made us take like ethics classes.
Ooh.
I mean, like, we're dealers in a casino. Like, who's going to teach these ethics classes? Britney Spears' dad? Like,
Well, I could have taught you something.
well, no, we just get people wasted and we separate them from their money. It's,
I could have taught you something.
yeah, well, yeah.
2 for the casino, one for me.
Right,
2
exactly.
for the casino,
Well,
one for me.
yeah, you don't get the one for me. That's the only problem.
I know,
Yeah.
the cameras are all over the
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
So when did you start doing comedy?
I started actually, let's see, about 14 years ago, maybe
wow.
15. Yeah, it was just being at the tables, dealing blackjack, craps. It gets boring.
Yeah.
So I would just make jokes and make fun of people and do my little shtick and do everything. It drove my coworkers nuts. But the guests loved it. And there was a lot of them that would say, "Hey, you really should think about doing comedy. You're kind of funnier than the guy we saw in the showroom last night." I was like, "Oh, that's great." And, okay. So I pursued it. And next thing you know, here I am.
Boom, here you are. What a career move.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at that.
Look, here.
It's always funny.
Yeah, I got
it's always
lucky.
funny in Vegas.
Yeah, always funny. I got cast in a movie right
So
away.
you got
yeah.
The Hangover.
The Hangover.
The movie The Hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in it.
I was in The Hangover. I was the baby.
No,
Baby Carlos.
You were the monkey.
The monkey, yes.
No, how did you get that? From being in the casino?
From being in the casino. They wanted a real casino dealer, and they brought 3 real casino dealers in. I had just signed with an agent. I was doing improv at the time, and the lady that, the agency that had all the improvisers wanted someone that was a dealer. So normally they wouldn't assign me, but here I had a skill that no one else had, and it was my second audition ever. And
And
I
boom.
met with the director, and he said, are you a real dealer, or are you just kind of BSing me? And I said, well, if I didn't call in sick to take this meeting today, I would be dealing blackjack on Pit 8 over at the Venetian. So
Yeah, wow.
And he's like,
So
oh.
I saw the movie a couple of times, but I don't quite recall that scene because I didn't know you then.
Yeah, right.
So was that when you were in the
casino? Yeah, they come down the escalator. They got to win the money back.
Right.
Yeah. There's a handsome blackjack dealer with a giant forehead, some sprayed-in hair, and 4 lines. That was me.
Couldn't have been you, could it?
Yeah, it was me.
It was you, yeah.
Change only, 10,000. Yes.
So what's next for you now? What do you got coming up?
Let's see. I got a couple gigs coming up. I'll be in Henderson at Bonkers next week. I'll be. Let's see. I got some more gigs coming in the Laugh Factory. Then going on the road a little bit. Yeah.
Great. So you're busy. You're working.
Yeah. Keeping it going.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Formula One comes to town. Things kind of shut down a little bit. And
I know.
all
I
the
got
other
caught in
stuff, Super
traffic.
Bowl. Yeah. It's
coming
awful.
here was brutal. Like shut down Tropicana. It took me like 45 minutes to
It's
get here.
ridiculous. Yeah.
But hey, it's growing. Vegas is growing.
That's how it's always been. When I moved here, they were taking out the curve in Las Vegas Boulevard and Sunset. So
Yeah.
my in-laws moved here. That was still called the Highway, Las Vegas Boulevard. So
So
here we
you
are
started. Let's see if I get this right. In 2000 and 1999.
I started comedy in 2009.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
14 years.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, my math is way off.
Yeah.
Not my best subject.
I started the casino in 1994.
For you.
Dealing 25-cent
It's
crabs.
good to see that things are happening for
yeah.
you. You did the
Thanks.
movie. You got stuff coming up. You're working. And,
One day, I hope again to be able to work with you, because it's always a pleasure to work with you when we get to work together.
Well, it's a pleasure having you, and you were great.
Thanks.
And thank you
you
for doing this. We really
Love
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you so much.
Love you too, man.
Thanks.
One more time.
Thank
Keith
you.
Lyle,
Thank
ladies
you.
and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yes, great job.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with lots more Funny in Vegas, so don't go anywhere. And welcome back to Always Funny in Vegas. This guy is hysterical. I've really only seen his show. I never really got the opportunity to work with him. We're going to find out a lot more about him. But first of all, he's going to make you laugh with some of his stand-up because I know he's great, and I hear nothing but wonderful things about him. So please, welcome to the stage with a big round of applause, Mr. Kirk McHenry.
Thank you. Las Vegas, how's everybody doing? Everybody good? I live in Las Vegas now. I'm originally from the Bay Area, born and raised in Oakland, California. And I just got back from the Bay. And when you leave home and you go back and you notice things, like I noticed how bad the homeless situation is. And even though there is a homeless situation here in Vegas, I noticed I like the homeless people in Las Vegas. I like them. No, they're classic homeless. They look homeless, they act homeless, they smell homeless. When you give them something, they're very appreciative. Not like these people in the Bay Area. All these, how are you homeless but still liberal? You have you have a sense of entitlement. I was walking around the downtown area in Oakland, walked by a homeless guy. I was eating a sandwich. I said, hey man, would you like the other half of this sandwich? You know what he said? Is it gluten-free? I said, no, it's just free. I'm like, how are you gonna have food allergies and you're homeless? You shouldn't be allergic to anything except starvation. So, in my 50s now, man, in my 50s, I was just thinking back, when I was in my 20s and how everybody thought 50 was old. Remember that when you were in your 20s and your 30s, you thought 50 was so old. You meet somebody in 50, like, how old are you? Like, that 50, and they're like, oh my God, did you know Jesus? But now I get these questions. People are like, how old are you? I'm like 50. They're like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, what, do you know something I don't? But then I start to realize that when you hit 50 and you're actually the person who is 50, you realize 50 is not old. 50 is not old. You know what 50 is? 50 is the age when you start to realize all the things you took for granted in your 20s and your 30s. Simple everyday stuff like walking. You don't walk at 50 like you did. Remember you were 20 and 30, you walk down the street, you may walk fast, you may walk slow, you may just take off running for no reason. Not at 50. I walk down the street now, I try to look really confident, but what I'm really doing is I'm paying attention to the sidewalk. Because one, I got to check it for uneven pavement. And two, I got to know when that curb is coming. Because at 50, when you step off that curb, your good knee got to take that impact. Body is changing, As you get older, your body starts changing. I pulled my hamstring last week taking a nap. I don't know how that happened. I noticed one thing though. Also at 50, like I said, people think that when you turn 50, as you start to get older, they say, "Oh, you're mean, you're old, you're bitter, you're angry." No, it's just when you hit 50, like I said, you realize things. And one of the things you realize is that young people are stupid. They're stupid. They have no manners. I'm in the gym trying to work out. The guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, you trying to get a jump on your summer body?" I'm like, "No, I'm trying to live longer." And then the little girl, you know how you check in at the gym? I go to check in. She was like, "Oh, you're in here every day. You don't even have a six-pack." I said, "You don't know what's in my refrigerator." And I don't appreciate you judging me like that. Las Vegas, you guys have been great. I'm Kirk McHenry.
Great job, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Kirk McHenry, come on, let's hear it. And don't go anywhere. We're coming back.
Right back.
It's always funny in Vegas. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
And welcome back to Always Funny in Vegas. I got Kirk McHenry right here. Great job, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
That's great. Yeah, they love you, man.
Thank you.
So we never really got the chance to work together. I know you're from the Bay Area.
Yes.
And one thing I found out about, you're a former Marine.
Yes.
And you've been working all over the place. So,
Yes.
So how long did you, and thank you for your service, by the way.
It was my pleasure. I've never had that much fun in my life.
Really?
More fun
Can
in
you give us a
college.
little insight?
I did four. I did 4 years. You know, my mom would always ask me. She was like, "Oh boy, why didn't you do 20? Why didn't you retire?" I was like, 4 was enough. 4 was enough. You know.
Yeah.
Plus, they asked me to get out. So
They asked you to get out?
No, but I did 4, and I still go overseas, do shows for the troops. I've been doing that since like 03.
Nice.
We did this year was the first time going back since COVID. We did Abu Dhabi, Jordan, and Kuwait.
Nice.
And
nice.
a lot of fun. Love going over for those guys. I learned something about myself on this flight because I hadn't been since COVID shut everything down. First flight was 15 hours, and I never knew this about myself. It's not that I don't like flights. I hate children.
I hate them even if they're not on the airplane.
I'm like, have you ever heard a child scream for 13 hours nonstop? I mean, it was past the whole, "Oh, what's the matter? What's the matter?" I was in this little dude's face like, "What is your problem?" Like, if you didn't want to come, you should have told somebody.
You know what I think?
What?
You know, the pilots were trying to get the stun guns, right? So I said, give those to the flight attendant. Get that little kid screaming, just go over and like, zzz.
I'd say
Look, he's sleeping now.
They need to have adult flights and children flights.
Right.
Either that or when you check that oversized luggage, you should be able to check him too. So.
Oh, also, I found out you got a pilot coming out.
Yes, I'm shooting a pilot this month on the 19th. I got to go back to the Bay Area to shoot that. That's actually why I got a little bit more facial hair than I usually have. I'm playing the older guy. I'm at that point now where I'm playing the older guy, which I don't care. I mean, if it gets picked up, I'll play whoever. So you know, but no, I'm excited about that. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Working with a lot of the guys that we started out together back in the Bay. A lot of funny guys. A lot of new faces on the scene.
Really?
So I'm looking forward to it, and got that coming up. And
yeah, they used to be what, the Wayans brothers, Tommy Davidson, and all those guys.
Yeah.
Back in the Bay Area. And of course, Robin.
You
did work with Robin.
Yes, I worked with Robin Williams.
You notice how you could say Robin because he's so famous. We don't even have to say Williams. We know who it is. It's not Robin Givens.
No, God, no. But no, just really looking forward to that and getting back on the road and just, you know, closing out the year strong.
So you do a lot of stuff, like you live here.
I live in Vegas
But
now.
you do a lot of stuff up in the Bay Area.
I still go back to the Bay.
Back and forth.
Yeah, I go back and forth. And then, you know, wherever else they book me, I go wherever they book me, and I just love doing what I do, man. I'm one of these people that I'm 26 years in, and I still can't believe people pay me to do this.
Well, you can tell when you get up there, you know, you're enjoying it as much as the audience is. That comes through.
I hope they're enjoying it because
I'm
having fun.
Hey, there you go. Look at that. They enjoyed it. So, what's coming up now? You're going to go back and shoot the pilot?
Yeah, I got to.
Are you doing anything in Vegas that they can come see?
I just did Jimmy Kimmel's for the first time 2 weeks ago, and then what do I have coming up? I have some stuff coming up. You know Kathleen Dunbar.
Yes.
I have some stuff coming up for Kathleen Dunbar in Vegas. I'm doing Jackpot, Nevada this weekend.
Oh, okay, Jackpot,
the 10th and the 11th. And then I gotta, like I said, going back to the Bay, and then I'm going to Arizona. I got Arizona coming up, and I think somewhere back east.
So you're still kind of a road comic. I mean,
yes.
Jackson is what? 7, 8 hour drive?
Yeah, something like that.
7, 8 hour drive, and then you'd go to Arizona and then back.
It's a sleep for me because I'm not.
And then the Bay Area, you're a busy guy. You're a road comic.
Well, I mean, you know, I do a lot of flying. Like I said, I fly. You know how it is flying.
I know.
I fly to the point where I notice things that people don't know. Like flying is stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Like flying is really stupid. Like, they say stuff, in case of a water landing, your seat can be used as a flotation device.
Yeah, right.
Like, no, in case of a water landing, I'm gonna have a heart attack and use the bathroom everywhere. So my seat is gonna get used as a diaper. So.
Yeah, right. I like when they say, please put your seat in the upright position. Like that's going to save my life. I'm back here, but if we hit a mountain at 500 miles an hour and I'm like this, I'm okay.
No, but here's one that got me. I'm flying from Oakland to Vegas. Oakland to Vegas.
That's what, 45 minutes?
The lady says in case of a water landing.
Somebody's pool.
Yeah, we might get lucky and hit a deep creek in the desert somewhere.
Or somebody's swimming pool.
Yeah, somebody's swimming pool. But no, I got a lot coming up.
All right, well, we're gonna
Lyle, who was on earlier. I got some stuff coming up with Keith.
Oh,
Keith's
cool.
a good friend of mine. I love working with Keith.
Keith's funny guy.
Hopefully you and I can get something in.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's do something, man.
Thanks for having me.
But I'm so happy that in your travels you came here to do the show.
Yes, thank you.
I love it. One more time for Kirk McHenry. Come on.
Thank you.
Let's hear it. And that about wraps it up, folks. That's it. Always funny in Vegas. I think we proved it again today. Keep watching us. Keep letting us know what you think of the show. We're happy to do it. We bring the best comics available each and every time. So keep watching for us, and we'll be back again with Always Funny in Vegas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.